Hi everyone, it's Nick. I'm back again, this time with a full moon lunar eclipse message that's coming up for us really soon. And this full moon is going to be in Gemini and it's a lunar eclipse, so it's extra powerful, it's extra intense, and we're definitely going to all feel it collectively. So this is going to be a collective message, channel message for everybody. Okay, it doesn't matter what sign you are or nothing, this is going to affect all of us. Obviously some, maybe less, some more, depending on where you're at and your alignments and all that stuff. But I think this can really help all of us just to make sure we're going with the flow, and we're not letting, the energies kind of take over and then, get washed up and then act out of character or do something reckless. And I think with this full moon, it's really important, guys. I'm sure you already know this, but I want to remind you guys that with full moons, this is not really the time to manifest. Full moons are the times to release, to let go of things, set out intentions, but not go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to manifest all these things. No, manifesting is with new moons. With full moons, it's about releasing, letting go, detoxing of old baggage, old emotions, things that you've built up within the last month and want to release. Okay, so this time around, think of letting go, cleaning out your closet, detoxing. That's what you really want to be focusing on, not manifesting. It's not the right time for that. Okay, and especially because it's a lunar eclipse, this is like birthing of a new time, making peace with your past and understanding old lessons, knowing that everything's going to get renewed, there's going to be new foundations being built, and allowing the transformation to take place without resisting and pushing back, just letting things go. If the universe, God, angels wants it to be like that, you got to let it happen. Okay. And with this full moon, I feel that it's really important, and the main message that I'm picking up is that your mind, realizing the power of your mind and how your mind and your mentality has to be stronger than your feelings and your emotions. And I'm not saying that for all the time, but at least in this moment, I feel like you have to really have a strong, sharp mind, and know that your mind has to be stronger than your feelings, than what you're feeling in the moment, in that space. Because if you let yourself be guided by what you feel and in the moment, you're going to get lost. So your mind at this time has to be stronger than your feelings. That goes with your, logic, your respect, your dignity, your self-esteem. All that has to be greater, has to be stronger than your feelings for a situation, person, place, thing. Okay? And I'm feeling like we're just at a time where we have to let go of old ways of thinking, things that worked for us in the past, things that we used to think and view things that way is not going to really make sense that much anymore, and things are going to be changing, and we're going to have to kind of be adjusting with that change, with the currents. Okay, and what I got here, what I was channeling while I was trying to tune into the energies for all of us for this full moon lunar eclipse, is that where we were previously, I'm sorry, my Mercury in Pisces, where we were before was at a state or at a place where we were feeling overwhelmed, maybe feeling really judged or highly criticized, or afraid to really express ourselves freely, because of maybe, not feeling confident to stand our ground, and being afraid that people were gonna judge us or criticize us or tell us we're wrong. And so we weren't in a space where we could really express or be who we want to be or do the things that we want. And we're kind of letting others, whether it's friends, family, social media, social, status and society, dictate things for us, what we should be doing, what we should be focusing on, instead of what we want to do. And when we're in that space where we are not doing things that we want, and we're letting others decide for us, it leaves us kind of in limbo and not knowing our path, our purpose, our direction. So I feel like recently, or within the last month or so, we were kind of feeling like anxious, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like unsure of our direction, and letting our fears and our doubts take over, and feeling like we don't have the defense system to stand up, or like we don't want to stand up for what we want because we don't know what we want. And that's the problem. But where we are right now is at a state where we want truth. We want clarity. We want to know the facts. We want to express ourselves. We want to have those conversations. We want our voice to be heard. And wanting to have clear vision, clear, sharp vision of our purpose and where we're going. And I think right now you're going to start to see, yeah, I need to express myself. I want to ask that person that question that I've been, kind of holding back for so long. I want to, confront this situation. I want to let them know what's been on my mind. And I feel like there's going to be this sense of like you really wanting to clarify certain things, have closure, express yourself, or receive certain information, but that's only truthful, honest, and gives you that kind of peace of mind. So that's kind of where we are right now. Wanting new beginnings, wanting clarity, not wanting to be stuck in a funk and not knowing where you are, or limbo. You want to know, where is this going? Where are we heading? Where am I going to be? Okay, or where do I stand? And where we are going, or where we should be focusing on putting our time and attention, is into action. Taking action into our dreams, our motivations, our desires, and not being afraid. We need to stop being afraid to take risks, to take chances. And a lot of this is based because of old mentalities, old ways of thinking, whether it's people, friends, family, society, putting fear in us, saying, oh no, you can't do that, or you can't say that, or so-and-so will get mad, or this and this, that. No, we need to start living with purpose, with fire, with intensity, and going after what we really want, and not being afraid of, oh, what so-and-so is going to say, or I don't know if this is going to rub this person the wrong way, or I don't know, I'm going to be seen like this. No. F that. You need to do what you want to do and start taking action, taking more risks, having more fun, including more adventure in your life, and not being afraid to stand your ground and fight for what you believe in, fight for what you want, and taking matters into your own hands. I feel like that's the kind of energy we need to be using, pushing, moving forward. And instead of allowing others to direct what we want to do, taking that power for ourselves and doing what we want to do, and not being afraid of the result or afraid of how we will be perceived and all that stuff, okay? And sparking that flame, that interest, that excitement, that passion back in our life. I feel like this whole year has been so challenging for all of us collectively, have been kind of like putting us down, and kind of making it seem like our dreams and our goals maybe are harder and further away, harder to manifest, harder to come into reality. But that's not the case. It's about us kind of getting out of that mentality and knowing that we are so much more powerful than we think. We just need to stop thinking and start doing things. Stop thinking about, oh, I'm going to do this, okay, now put it into action. Take action. That's what we need to be doing, okay? Especially during Sagittarius season. And I have some things written down here that I got channeled to me. And the first one, yes, I talked about this. Letting go of old ways of thinking. Old ways of thinking have not been serving you, have not been doing you good. If you haven't been seeing improvement and things have been the same, you're still miserable, you're still upset, well, it's time to let go of that and start taking chances. Start believing in yourself. Start knowing that you're worthy, that you're valuable, and you can create the life that you want. It's up to you though. No one else you can't depend on no one else to give you the life that you want. You have to create it. It's in your hands, okay? And doing things for you, not for others. We need to stop doing things to please other people, or because it's the right thing to do, or because so-and-so recommended. No, you have to figure out, what do you want to do, and if this is for your highest good. And stop doing things for others or because it's going to make others happy, okay? And also staying away from gossip, drama, lies, all that stuff, especially on the full moon. It's when energies, emotions are really at an all-time high, and you want to make sure you're not adding on to that energy, or not participating in all that low vibration, talking behind people's back, entertaining drama, gossip, you know, all that stuff that really doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you advance. It doesn't lead you towards your purpose. It backtracks you, you know, it distracts you. So you need to let go and cut out those distractions from your life, especially if there's people around you that you know just kind of like give you drama or are trying to get information out of you. You need to get away from those people because they distract you and make you go backwards instead of forwards. Also here, asking yourself, why do I talk to certain people? Do I have these certain people around me because out of comfort, because I'm afraid to be alone, or do I actually really enjoy their company? Do I feel like we match, you know, frequencies, vibrations? Are we on the same path? Do we think about things? Do they inspire me? Or are they just kind of like party friends that I have around me, but I know deep down inside they don't actually care about me? If I needed help, they wouldn't be there for me. Think about what kind of people, what kind of environments are you surrounding yourself in? What kind of people are you around? And if those people are really people you genuinely like and are good for you, or you're just kind of keeping there just as placemats, okay? And also, are you all over the place or are you focused? That is definitely something to think about. And I think that'll be really easy for you to figure out, because you'll notice in yourself, am I always anxious? Am I always thinking about one thing or the other? Always thinking about what's next or what happened? Or am I focused? Do I have my vision? Do I have my purpose? Do I know where I want to be? And if you're not there, what can I do to get on that path again? Again, probably getting rid of distractions, focusing on your passions, your desires. What are you really into? What do you want to do? Not what other people want you to do, okay? And also, your environment is changing, so are you, so don't be afraid. Everything is changing. I guess you guys have probably seen this with this whole year, 2020. A lot of things have just gone upside down and changed dramatically. So as external things are changing in our lives, that means we are also changing, and we need to adapt. We need to assimilate. We need to implement those changes into our own lives and start taking our power back and seeing that we can't really depend on this external world. We can't depend on others to give us the life that we want. We got to make this happen for ourselves, and we got to be in this together and motivate each other, okay? And not be afraid of change. Change does not have to be scary. And sometimes the biggest changes we put ourselves into are the ones that help us grow the most and show us who we really are, show us our strength, our potential. It's scary, but then once you go through it, you realize, oh, you know what? It really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that scary. I just got in my own head and I was telling myself it was scary, but it really is not. Okay, all those things, great things that you see people achieve and succeed, they're just like you. They just were not scared. They didn't let their fears and doubts stop them. So why is it stopping you? And I want you guys to stop saying yes when you want to say no. Stop saying yes when you want to say no, whether it's to people, friends, situations, anything. And you know, if you don't really want to do something, or if you don't really want to be with someone, stop saying yes just to avoid conflict, to make someone happy, because you're nice. No, you need to say no, and you don't always need to explain yourself, okay? And also stop limiting yourself mentally, because there are no limitations to the mind except the ones that we acknowledge. There are no limitations to the mind except the ones that we acknowledge. If you think you're not able to do something, you're not able to do it. But if you believe you can do it, guess what? You can do it. You really can do it. Your mind is powerful. It's mind over matter. And what else did I write here? You are what you believe, but you become what you think about most. You are what you believe, but you become what you think about the most. So what are you thinking about? Are you thinking highly of yourself? Are you, being realistic with yourself, but also knowing that you're taking the steps towards moving forward and believing in yourself, believing in your dreams and your goals, your self-confidence, your self-esteem. You need to be really thinking positive things about yourself. Of course, being realistic about where you are, but knowing, that you're going to achieve your goals and going to keep growing and becoming, who you really are. I feel like throughout life, it's not really about becoming something bigger than us. It's really about letting go of everything we were taught and coming back to ourselves again. Not becoming something, but more so coming back home to who we really are and shedding off all these layers, all these things that we've been taught to believe and to be throughout the years. Okay, so this lunar eclipse allow everything to be taken away, to be eclipsed out, so that you can really come back to who you really are and realize that your mind is powerful and your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Because if you tell yourself, if your mind believes something, you will start to feel it too. And your feelings are important, but you can control your feelings, okay? But a lot of us are not taught that. We think, oh, well, I just feel this way, I can't control it, it's not my fault. No, you can. You really can. And it's very simple, but it's also very complex, but it's only because people have made it or have taught us to think that it's complicated. Okay, all right, and then as our animal spirit that I got for us today, it is the tarantula. It's on chapter 3, page 166. I always show you guys this is Lewis' little book, Spirit Animals. I love this one. Okay, so the tarantula elements is earth. Primary color is brown, and it says tarantula symbolizes perfect timing, stealth, and longevity. It means you know when to wait, when to use stealth to sneak up on your competition or to find out secret information, and when to pounce. When tarantula shows up, it means to make use of what you have in creative ways. While tarantula doesn't spin webs like most spiders, they do use their silk to strengthen the walls in their burrows or to wrap up their eggs. What talents do you have that you can put to unique use? Female tarantulas can live more than 30 years in the wild. This means to take your time and do things right the first time so you don't have to do it over again later. Tarantula means creating your own path, following your own dreams, and staying grounded in reality as you reach for what you desire. Wow, that's crazy how synchronistic this is. It means not letting others intimidate you along the path. With patience, you will achieve your dreams. Because of their large size, 8 legs, and hairy body, tarantulas are pretty scary looking when in fact their bite is no worse than a bee sting. Tarantula means that appearances can be deceiving, so you should always look for the truth underneath. Wow, beautiful. I love that. And it's funny that they have 8 legs, right? And 8 is such a powerful number. It's strength, prosperity, abundance. The 8th house, Scorpios. Scorpios kind of give off that edgy, scary vibe, right? Or intimidation. And so it just goes to show that things can seem on the outside really scary, intimidating, unreachable, like, oh my gosh, I can never do that. It's so scary. I'm not skilled enough in that. I'm not good enough. But no, that's not true. On the outside, it looks scary. On the outside, maybe it looks intimidating. But once you get inside, oh, it's not that bad. You just got to get inside. You got to get over that fear, get over that hump, that hurdle, that, oh, I can't, or it's too much, or no, you have to get rid of that mentality because you're unique and you have to put your unique talents and gifts into use. If not, the world is never going to see you. The world's never going to find you, and the world's never going to be able to experience all the gifts and talents that you have to offer. And some of you may be thinking, well, I don't have any gifts and talents. I'm not good at anything. You are. You just got to figure out what that is. And a lot of times it's something that you're already passionate about, something you already love to do. And if you don't know what you're passionate, what you love to do, you need to get out there and start experiencing things so you can figure that out for you. Figure that out for yourself. Okay? So I feel like a lot of intense energy for this full moon and a lunar eclipse. I'm filming this on Friday, so a few days before. I can feel the fire. I just feel it's crazy. And the moon, whenever there's a full moon, the moon and the sun are opposing, so it's a little bit tense. It can be frustrating. I just feel this full moon and this just energies coming forward are really pulling us, are pushing us to think bigger, to think and think for ourselves and want more for ourselves than what we've been taught to believe, or allowing others to control us, allowing others to dictate what we should want, what we should do. No, what do you want to do? Okay. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll probably include here on my Instagram, I have a full moon affirmation and like intention that I always like to say during full moons, and I like to share that with you guys. So if not, I'll include it here in the bottom, or I'll share it in the stories or Instagram or something. You guys can practice that. But just remember, with the full moon, it's not to manifest. It's not the time to manifest, because you're probably not going to manifest what you want. It's a time to release, to let go, kind of like a detox, a little cleanse. Okay. And I also really always recommend that on full moons, you try not to eat too much junky things or fatty things, because it's parasites are at like an all-time high and they come out. So you want to make sure you're trying to like stay hydrated and try to not eat too much junky stuff. Okay. You want to like kind of be detoxing, letting go. Okay. All right, so you guys, that was the full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini message. I hope it found you well. I kind of felt like it was like, I don't know, just felt like all this like fire sizzling inside me. So hopefully it came out the right way. I don't know, I'll just see when I look back, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be posting this on my channel or on Patreon. I'm gonna decide in a bit, but if this is on Patreon, guys, let me know, give me more video ideas. So I can be posting more consistently on there as well. Okay. All right. And I think the dose of love for all the signs should be up already by the time I post this. So hopefully you enjoy that, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.